Hi folks, Pete here from Ashton's Cars. Today showing you around yet another Vauxhall Mokka. Seems I can't get enough of these at the moment. We've got 3 in stock at the minute. We do sell them quite regularly, and so they are very popular. I've just taken this one in Part X. Wouldn't normally sort of buy another if I've already got 2 in stock, but this one came along, part exchange against my Jaguar. And it's a diesel model, which the other 2 are petrol. So I thought, well, that's no harm in keeping this on site as a retail car in that case. It's also in a slightly different price range than the other 2. It's going to be about £1,000 less than them because this one's done 119,000 miles. It's a nice looking car and it's an exclusive spec, which is pretty much the sort of bread and butter Mokka. It means you do get things like air conditioning, you get these rather nice looking alloy wheels. And I just think they're very good value for money, these cars. They're quite a small crossover, and they've got sort of chunky Tonka toy-like looks, which I absolutely love. Now, I won't go into too much detail on this video because we have got several Mokkas on the channel already. And if you want to have a look at some buyer's guides on Vauxhall Mokkas, just have a look on our channel and you will find plenty of them on there. But it's more to show you this particular car that I've taken in. I think it's quite a nice looking car in this blue. I can't remember what this colour's called. I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments. But it's a nice looking colour, isn't it? Suits the car with the chunky wheels, the matte black wheel liners as well, and sort of the matte black trim that you get on the bumpers. It makes the car look chunky and purposeful. Of course, it is a 2-wheel drive version, this is, so it's no off-roader really. Think of it more of a rival to your average family hatchback with a bit of a sit-up and beg driving position. And better visibility than you would get in the Vauxhall Astra or Corsa. But it's the 1.7 litre diesel. It's £35 a year to tax. And I've had many of these myself, driven many of these over the years. Friends and family members have owned Mokkas along the way as well. I've always found them to be very reliable and very good cars. They're an inoffensive car. They, I think, really do look quite good despite them being, this one's 11 years old now. I think they've aged gracefully, and they're actually quite a light car, so they're very efficient on fuel. This being the diesel, you'd be seeing upwards of 50 to the gallon in it. Let's just show you the accommodation that you get on this type of Mokka. As you can see, considering it's done 119,000, this is a really straight car. This is. The gentleman who owned it had just retired and he decided to treat himself to a Jaguar. I mean, why not? But he really looked after this car, in fairness to him. The wheels are pretty much unmarked on it. Bodywork's in good condition. I know that he's spent quite a bit of money on maintenance and we got quite a bit of history for it as a result. There is your boot. It's a good size, isn't it? Quite a good space, this. Fold down seats as you would expect on a car of this type. Excuse the fact it hasn't been valeted yet. I've actually been driving it the last couple of days because it was one I took home with me and then ended up staying at my house for a few days, and I brought it in today. But it's been, while I've had it, I've used it for a few hundred miles and I've really enjoyed driving it, to be honest with you. Air conditioning, ice cold. And at the moment, even though it doesn't look as if it's warm today, it really is quite humid here. It's top of my priority list, ice cold air conditioning, and the Mokka hit the spot. Just to note, there is a little bit of a crease in the bumper by there. A little bit of bumper gel will take your eye off it, but it is still evident on close inspection. As I say, the wheels are in good nick. Let's have a look in the back. I know the gentleman was a retired gent, so I don't think he's probably used this back seat a great deal for carrying people. I think it was just him and the wife most of the time. Plenty of space in here though. Friends have had these who've got children and they make a great family car because of the high seating position. Kids get a good view out and there's plenty of leg room under the seats. And also, that's a bit of a sort of strange oddity, they come with a 3-pin plug in the back, so kids can charge up their games consoles or their phones from that. Yeah, it's a pretty cool little thing. As I say, it hasn't been valeted, and as a result you get a free rock in this door. So get it while you can, guys. Let's look at the front. Front of the car again, very clean. Being the diesel, a 6-speed manual, which is nice because the 1.6 petrols are only 5-speed in these. We have got a 1.4 turbo in as well, which is also 6-speed. But obviously this is the one that's the best on fuel and the cheapest to buy at the moment. So should be good value for someone. We have got front and rear electric mirrors, and the dashboard's nicely sculpted into the door. So as when I shut this, it looks quite cool, doesn't it? It's quite nicely finished. Probably you can see better on the other side actually. Now, one thing that I find in every Mokka that we have is that this chrome trim delaminates around here. So I've actually painted it black in my 1.4 turbo. I might do the same in this car, to be honest with you. But it's not really an eyesore as such. It's just, well, it is an eyesore a little bit, isn't it? The chrome just comes off it. They could have made a bit more effort with it, Vauxhall, really, couldn't they? But there we go. But that's where the negatives stop. We've got a nicely trimmed leather steering wheel, which houses buttons for cruise control and for your phone and stereo system. And yeah, your phone does play through the sound system here. We've got both Bluetooth media and phone, so we can play our audio off our phone as well. And nice display screen there. Okay, it's only a red display screen, but it does the job. It's got a DAB radio on it. As I say, your phone display will come through that as well if you choose to use your phone through it. And I love the instruments on this car, which are quite deep bezeled instruments, and then you've got the chrome trim around them. Now, none of the other chrome trim in these cars goes like that centre bit, so I don't know why that centre bit always goes. You know, you've got chrome trim around the vents, it's perfect. You've got chrome trim around the instruments, which is great. So why did Vauxhall use a different grade of chrome trim around its main centre console? Beggars belief, doesn't it? So make a note, that will probably be black when you buy this car, if you do buy it. But that's the easiest and cheapest solution I've found, really, is just to, like the Stone said, paint it black. As I say, that's where the negatives end, though. It really is a nice car, this. The aircon's ice cold. It drives extremely well. I'll start it up for you now so you can hear the engine on it. Let the glow plug light go out. Dials do a little sweep, and then every light should go off apart from the tyre pressure warning. I have just reset that, but you've got to drive it for a few hundred yards before the light goes off. So at the moment it's still illuminated, but yeah, that'll be sorted obviously. It's a nice thing to be in. The visibility out of this car is cracking. Look at that. Nice big mirrors as well. Very, very easy to drive, and this one's got the front and rear parking sensors, which are absolutely brilliant. It's also got start stop as well, but you can turn it off by pressing that if you don't like the start stop. I know a lot of people don't. We've got aux inputs, we've got a 12-volt socket, and we've got multiple cup holders, slightly weird handbrake. And if you are buying these, and if I haven't mentioned it in one of my other videos, always check that works, because that button is prone to failing, and it's a bit of a nightmare to strip down and do when you have it go. Other than that, these are really reliable. They use great engines, old school Vauxhall diesel in this, 1.7 Ecotech diesel, which actually is quite a reliable unit, and fuel consumption wise, as I say, 50 to the gallon can be expected quite easily in this car. It's one of my favourite crossovers, believe it or not. I'm not a massive fan of crossovers, but I do like the Mokka because I do think it looks chunky. It does look quite distinctive from other cars on the road. And I'm probably going to go back outside now, but I really could do with staying in here because that aircon is bliss. Absolute bliss in this car. It's so cold. I've got a feeling the guy did mention he'd had it regassed quite recently, and you can tell it's just absolutely fantastic. But we've got all the usual extras in here: auto lights, auto wipers, auto dipping mirror as well. So it's got all the bits that you want and none of the fluff that you don't, really. These exclusive spec Mokkas may be sort of one of the more common and lower end models, but actually they've got everything on them that you could ever really need in a car of this type. So, you know, why pay more? Let's jump out. Also worth noting, lots of oddment space. Look, in there. Loads of storage. Little cubby by there as well with someone's key in it. God knows what that's for. Just well thought out family motor in this. Little armrest in the middle. It's comfortable, pretty quick, quite good fun to drive, and well, I quite like it. It's an honest car. Now, as I say, I'm not a fan of crossovers normally because I just think they all look a bit bland. But the Mokka doesn't. It does stand out from the crowd. There's no, there's no sort of arguing what this is. You can see straight away what it is. It's got a little bit of a character, this car has. The newer ones now are based on Peugeots, and I'm not as keen. But this original, this Mark I Mokka, which was also sold by Chevrolet as the something Star, I can't remember exactly what it was called. But it was very, you didn't see many of them in the UK, but they were imported officially, yeah? Loads of them when you go to America, though. I think they're just great cars. And because they're light, they're fun, they're economical, these are the sort of cars that you should be buying if you're looking for a family motor. This one, as I say, it's a little bit higher mileage than our other two, but that means it's going to be a little bit cheaper than our other two. So I'm going to put this 64 plate up for £3,500, which is a really, really attractive price, I think, in this sort of family style car. It's done 119,000 miles, but it's got service history and it's been looked after properly. If you're looking for a car like this and you think this might be the one for you, then give me a call straight away. My number's 07932 873 646, and this car will be available for nationwide delivery. As I say, it's 64 plate in my head, still quite a new car. Yes, it's almost 11 years old, but it still looks a modern thing, this. Still looks really attractive. So 07932 873 646 is the number if you're looking for a car, especially if you're looking for this particular one. But regardless, please comment below and let us know your thoughts on these cars, your experiences of them if you've had one. I'm always interested to hear off previous owners. And of course, we are a garage who loves Mokkas, so we've got 3 and all the other ones on the back row at the minute and not so accessible. But we've also got this stunning SE model where you get a few extra bits of trim, nice chrome surrounds on those lights, look, a little bit of chrome on the door handles as well, which looks quite cool. But this one's a little bit more money. This one's about £5,000, but nice wheels on it, nice trim, and it has got the full leather. This one has. Is it open? No. Can you see inside it? Yeah. We'll do a separate video for this car anyway to show you. You know, apart from the leather though, there's not that much difference really in spec between this and the one that I've just been showing you. And given that that's a diesel as well and a bit cheaper on fuel, I think that's probably the one that's going to sell first, really. Just a good buy for someone, that. So yeah, give us a shout if you're interested. Thanks for watching, and as ever guys, please, if you are into cars, subscribe to this channel because we have got some interesting stuff in stock. Have you seen, for example, the video of our Golf V6 4Motion 2.8 litre V6 in that, 88,000 miles from new? Where else would you find one? I mean, that's an absolute beauty, that car is, and we do get some weird and wonderful stuff in like that, like the Range Rover there. I've got a Disco which I've equipped for off-roading at the minute, which we'll do a video on very soon. If you're into cars, you will probably like some of the weird and wonderful stuff that we stock here. But we do also stock bread and butter family stuff like this Mokka. So give us a like, give us a share. You'll be kept abreast not just of the cars that we've got coming into stock, but also the slightly more unusual side of the business, which fuels my passion for cars. And if you're a petrol head like me, hopefully you'll appreciate that. So thanks for watching. Have a great day wherever you are. It's Saturday evening now and I'm gonna lock up and go home. So have a great day anyway, wherever you are guys, and we hope to see you very soon. Bye for now.